Alright fellas, we are finally here. I've been waiting for this for quite a while now. We are finally going to be showcasing Sun and Moon battles on my channel, which is kind of interesting. But unfortunately, I have to actually do these very quickly as well because Ultra Sun and Moon are on its way in just a month. And I at least want to get the Sun and Moon battles out of the way before that way when Ultra Sun and Moon come out, I can be ready for doing goodness knows what kinds of things. But anyway, I digress. We're going to showcase our first battle here of Sun and Moon. And it's going to be up against Frost. I don't know who this guy is. I forgot where I got this battle from. But after looking at it, it was actually a pretty interesting battle nonetheless. So yeah, we're going to see right now what goes down. Seeing how the music is playing tells me that maybe I got this from one of the big boys Discord servers or something. But it could be on Twitch. I don't even know. Either way, he's gonna lead off with Tyranitar, aka T-Tar, and I'm gonna lead off with Nihilego. But I don't like this matchup, so I'm gonna switch out Nihilego and go straight into Skarmory. He's gonna set up rocks, which is kind of annoying. But I'm gonna just go and straight away set up my own rocks. Cause if he's gonna have rocks, I gotta have rocks too, you know. So that every time he keeps switching out, I can definitely get some residual damage on switch-ins. Since he's gonna have that advantage over me if I don't get my rocks up, so it's very important that I get mine up as well. So here I go for the rocks, as you can see. But he's gonna U-turn. And I think here, I went for the Roost, wanting to see if he carries Stone Edge or something. But he just went for U-turn. And now here I believe he goes into Bird, which is the Zapdos. And here, yeah, I go for Roost. This stupid Sandstorm is actually going to be annoying because residual damage. Plus the rocks, which is unfortunate. But yeah, here I'm going to definitely switch out because, yeah, obviously I don't want to stay in with a Zapdos, knowing that this thing can probably Thunderbolt me. I think here what I do is switch into Decidueye. Yeah, I switch into Decidueye because I wanted to see if I can actually defog these rocks away and then switch Skarmory back in and then set them up again. Maybe even force him to switch back into the Landorus-T and predict him to set up rocks once again, and then I can actually attack it and give it more damage while it tries to set up rocks. Basically punishing his attempt to set up rocks again if I manage to defog. But the Zapdos managed to go for defog instead, and I was like, oh, okay. So my switch into Decidueye was pointless, basically. Now here I actually stay in and Baton Pass, risking a possible Heat Wave or even Hidden Power Ice. Not to mention Heat Wave would probably do more damage, but he actually just goes for Toxic, so I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's bad because if I stay in with Decidueye for too long, I'm gonna rack up that poison damage, but here I just decided to Baton Pass just so I can pivot, basically. That's like the sole reason I even use Baton Pass, by the way. It's not for those annoying stat passing tactics. Although, yeah. But this was, and by the way, this is also before the Baton Pass ban, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Just know that I am aware the Baton Pass is banned, and here I just used it when it was still not banned, so yeah. Here I send in Nihilego on the Baton Pass, and then he switches out again. I go for Power Gem, thinking he may want to stay in, knowing that I was able to just pivot out and whatnot, but he didn't actually do that. And then here, I believe I switch out. Yeah, I switch out right here, and he goes for Pursuit. I was like, yo, damn. Did not see that coming. And thankfully, my Nihilego just lives that, so I was like, okay, that's good. Because now I get a free switch into my Choice Specs Lele. Tapa Lele. And, I'm going to get the Psychic Terrain up for what I think that's actually pretty good, but at the same time I'm not sure how good that is, honestly. But here what I'm going to do is definitely just go for the Moonblast because not a whole lot on his team takes it. He does stay in, doesn't switch out, taking the Moonblast. I guess here he was hoping that it'd be Scarfed and that he'd be able to take it thanks to the special defense boost that he gets from the Sandstorm, but nope. This Lele is actually Choice Specs, and as a result I'm able to take out the Tyranitar. And now he's going to send out Emperor Clean, which is the Beedrill. Now here, I guess he sends it in because he knows now that it's not Choice Scarfed. But here, I'm going to go into Skarmory because this is my best wall against Mega Beedrill. because this is clearly Mega Beedrill. There's no way he's gonna send in a regular Beedrill against me unless he's trying to meme on me or some shit. But he's not gonna do that. He's just gonna go for U-turn right here, and I was like, okay, that's fine. He definitely predicted me to switch out, but he's gonna take Rocky Helmet damage from the Skarmory, and he's gonna send out Tapu Zulu, which is his Tapu Koko basically. El Coco no. No, I'm just kidding. He's gonna... Here, I think I switch out definitely, and I go back into the Decidueye after taking freaking Sandstorm damage, of course. The Tapu Koko, that is. But yeah, here I go into the Decidueye, and here, I think I just tried a Baton Pass again. Oh, no. Here he goes for Thunderbolt. Resist it. And then here I was thinking, you know what? He knows that I carry Baton Pass, so he probably will think... He'll probably try to stay in and do damage to me. And then, while thinking that I'm just going to Baton Pass, and as a result I just take damage only to Baton Pass. But instead here, I'm just going to actually predict him to want to stay in and just go for Thunderbolt. And I'm just going to go for the Leaf Blade, which will do a lot of damage to the Tapu Koko. And also, not to mention, this Tapu Koko is also Life Orb, so I may not kill it here, which I don't. But the next time it attacks, it's definitely just going to die to, what's it called? Life Orb damage. And then here, because I had a huge feeling that he was going to try to switch out. And he does, and he goes into Land OP. So here, instead of trying to attack it with another Leaf Blade, what I do instead is actually just Baton Pass again. Because I was like, you know what, he's probably going to, yeah, he's definitely going to try to preserve the Tapu Koko. So here I Baton Pass and go back into Skarmory because this is the best matchup I can have against the Landorus. And he's going to switch out, go back into Tapu Zulu. And I was like, you know what, that's perfectly fine with me. I do set up rocks, so this was kind of a misplay. I should have just probably been offensive and just went for the attack, but I thought the rocks were going to be absolutely necessary. And I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get them back up or anything like that. So I just figured, let's just go for them right now and let's avoid problems. So here what I do is just decide to sack Decidueye. Yeah, not to mention also this Tapu Koko, I could have just sacked Decidueye for that anyway. But at the same time, I mean, I could have also preserved Decidueye for Death Fodder against the not Tapu Koko, basically. Which is what I was hoping for, but it didn't happen. But it dies to Life Orb now anyway, so here I go into Nihilego, because this was a double down, so we had to send in our Mons. And I send in Nihilego, and he goes into Mega Beedrill, and I'm like, okay, this Nihilego is not Choice Scarf, so I'm definitely not going to outspeed this thing. So I switch into Skarmory, and he goes for X-Scissor. I was like, what the? X-Scissor on a Mega Beedrill? That's actually kind of unorthodox, considering the typical moveset of Mega Beedrill is usually U-Turn, Poison Jab, Knockoff, and Drill Run. At least now, because in Sun and Moon, the Mega's mechanics are now different, and now they instantly get their Speed Boost, so that means they don't have to rely on Protect anymore to actually acquire Speed Boost. But yeah. Here, I think he switches back into Bird, which is the Zapdos, and I just predicted that and go for the Whirlwind. Send back in the Mega Beedrill, and I was like, good, because now this thing can take rocks damage. And seeing how he didn't go for Knockoff tells me that he probably doesn't even have Knockoff, so I don't know what other move he carries. Maybe it's Fell Singer, considering that's probably what most Beedrills like to run, so they can pick off weakened opponents and then get +3 attack. Wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. And now he's going to go into Mr. Clean on the U-turn. And here I was actually afraid of the Fire Blast after going for this Brave Bird, by the way, because I did want to go on the offensive here. I get some damage on this Mr. Clean, which is the Hydreigon. And here I'm definitely going to switch out because I don't want to freaking take a Fire Blast. And go into Nihilego just to sack it in case he doesn't go for a Fire Blast. Which he doesn't. He goes for Dark Pulse, and I was like, okay, good thing I used Nihilego for Death Fodder here. Because I had a feeling he wouldn't go for Fire Blast, but I also didn't want to risk it, so... Now here, because he went for Dark Pulse, I got a free switch into Tapu Lele once again, who can take a Dark Pulse, but I just gotta hope I don't flinch, so maybe this was still risky, but much riskier would it have been if I just sent in Sharpedo, which doesn't carry Ice Fang, by the way, to actually try to go for a Protect and then crunch it, which also wasn't sure if I'd be able to KO it. Here he sacks off Mega Beedrill to Rocks, and I was like, okay. And he sees that I locked myself into Moonblast, so as a result he's gonna send in Land OP, hoping to take the Moonblast, being Choice Specs and whatnot. I would have liked to have locked myself into Psyshock, but then he would have gotten a free switch into Hydreigon, and I kind of didn't want that for whatever reason. I switch in Skarmory because once again, this is my best switch in the Landorus-T. And if I lose Skarmory here, I just be able to send in Tapu Lele again. Well, actually, no. I was going to send in Salamence to be able to get the Intimidate off. But here he misses a Stone Edge, and I was like, oh, okay. That's actually better for me then, because now I get to Roost. But here, what I do instead of just trying to keep this Skarmory healthy, is just let this thing keep attacking me with Stone Edge. I just go for the Brave Bird. I don't even try to Roost anymore, because like I said, it's not my style to be roost stalling unless it's absolutely necessary. Don't get me wrong, I did want to win this battle. I did want to win this battle, but I mean, I also didn't want to come off as lame because that's not my, like I said, that's not my style. Here he goes for another Stone Edge, gets a crit, and I don't think it mattered because honestly, this Landorus-T, as you'll find out right now, is actually a Choice Scarfed one. I mean, Choice Scarfed one. It's a Choice Banded one, actually. So I was like, huh, holy shit. This is why he switches out right here. And goes back into Zapdos because he thought that I knew that his Landorus-T was Choice Banded, which I didn't at the time. I did not know that his Landorus-T was Choice Banded. But here I'm gonna go into Sharpedo. I went for Protect because I literally thought he was gonna try to stay in, because at the time I thought he was Choice Scarfed, and if he went for U-turn or Earthquake, then I would have lost Sharpedo there, and I would have probably been in much bigger trouble, obviously. So here I just get the Speed Boost, Mega Evolve, because there's nothing on this team that's left that can outspeed Sharpedo after +1, so I just go straight for the Crunch and take out this Zapdos. And now he's going to send out the Hydreigon, which is, yeah, it takes Rocks damage, and here I was actually confident that I'd be able to KO it with a Crunch, just because while resisted, Sharpedo still gets the boost from not only Stab but also from Strong Jaw. But surprisingly, it doesn't KO. Instead, it gets the defense drop, which I definitely didn't need, honestly. And as a result, this thing gets to go for Draco Meteor, and now it's just going to basically take out my Sharpedo one shot. This sucked, honestly, because I really wanted to freaking finish this match off with Sharpedo, but I couldn't. So here I'm just gonna go into Tapu Lele and finish this thing off with a Moonblast, because I can't lock myself into Psyshock because Hydreigon is a Dark type, so I have to lock myself into Thunderbolt, because not Thunderbolt, Moonblast, so that I can take out this Hydreigon and also do a lot of damage to the Landorus-T, because of the fact that it's hopefully not Choice Scarf like I was hoping for here, because here this actually got me super damn afraid. I thought this Landorus-T was actually going to be Choice Scarf, and as a result, I actually was like, okay, I gotta live a Earthquake or Stone Edge, because he can't go for Earthquake because my last Pokemon is Salamence, so I just had to hope he missed Stone Edge. But turns out, like I said, it wasn't even Scarf to begin with, so I was actually able to win that almost narrowly. Because yeah, while Tapu Lele was not Choice Scarfed, it definitely has a naturally higher speed stat than Landorus-T, so as a result I was able to just outspeed it and take it out with a Moonblast. But yeah, that was the game, and holy shit, that was actually pretty close for my first game on Sun and Moon here. It's not my first game technically, obviously, but yeah, this is the first one I was able to save on my versus recorder, because yeah, I had a lot of battles saved prior to these battles that I had, but as you guys may already know, there was a couple patches that came for the game that basically rendered all the replays that I saved unplayable, so as a result I was just forced to delete them. But yeah, anyways, good game to Frost, and thank you all for watching this first battle that I had for Sun and Moon, and hopefully you stick around for more battles from my perspective. So yeah, have a good one and take it easy.